sports. It's in the game.
It's the city of rock and roll, and this place sure is rocking as they await the start of this one. We're here at Huntington Bank Field in Cleveland, Ohio. Matt Gay now ready to get this one started. And here we go at Huntington Bank Field. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Goff working from the pistol. Jerry Jeudy with the grab. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Out of the shotgun, Goff. He's got his man, that's Travis Kelce. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Give him 24 on that play. And that gives the Browns a first.
Here we go. 17. What's that?
Lone back gets the handoff. And he'll go down here at the 16.
You know you love some of my buzzwords, kid. I know you do. And this one was about will power. He got the rock a long way from the chains and put his teammates on his back for a heck of a run and a great try at that first down.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches.
What's that?
On the carry, here's Dameon Pierce. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
He goes to the line.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10.
Attack.
Now gone. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often leads to wins.
To the line.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now.
Turbo set.
Connects with Bateman. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
He goes to the line.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12.
Like that.
Goff to the air now. Setting up the running back screen. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
It's plays like that, Kate, right, wrong, where I sit and judge a defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got them equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on 3rd down. Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
That's going to be taken in at the 8. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Christian McCaffrey. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. From the gun is Purdy. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
1st and 10 from the 41. From the gun, McCaffrey. And they had that one contained right at the line. That was Martin Emerson with a stop that time.
Not every corner in this league can make the play he just made right there. Sure, there's pure coverage guys, not really known for their tackling, but this guy, well, he's someone who isn't afraid to stick his nose in there and make a stop.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Shotgun snap for Purdy. That one doesn't find its man, incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Made the throw as he was getting hit block, and it's incomplete.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And oh, just a hair too much on that kick. The punt lands in the end zone. This one's coming out to the 20. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Whoa! Set.
Back now, pressure on its way. And that one's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So it'll be 2nd down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
We go tonight. Set.
Gets it to his man, Mike Gesicki. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Set. Maverick, Maverick. Turbo set.
On 1st down, it's Goff. Gets this to Bateman. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
And he's able to get this down to the 36. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a 1st down pickup.
Set.
1st down, ball at the 36.
Set.
Back-to-back carries here. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Set.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Hey, tonight.
From the 28. Caught. Cooper Kupp makes the play. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's good for a Cleveland 1st down.
I'm sure Coach, play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Set.
1st down throw from Goff. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. It was there, he just couldn't corral it. And now they face 2nd down.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, but then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future. Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Orange, orange, orange. Super 66. Turbo set.
From the gun, here's Pierce. And they'll stop him after a short gain to the 13. It'll be 3 total on the play, 4th and 7 now. Only a solitary field goal so far as we're through 1 quarter. Just 3-0 is our score. We'll return to Huntington Bank Field after this. And a field goal try coming up shortly from the Browns. This only a chip shot from the right hash.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go. Set. 18. 5 here. Take over.
Looking to throw, Purdy. He's on the move. Now here he goes. It's on the turf, the ball's out, he lost it. And they pick it up, time to push for that marker. Well, you don't like to see the fumble, but hey, at least they were able to be the ones to recover it, and they keep possession.
Yeah, and I think the key there was to stay calm through the chaos. Cooler heads prevailed. Got him the ball back.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. McCaffrey running between the tackles. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Third down, 1 yard to go. Going run again with McCaffrey. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
First and 10 from the 41.
Half the 60. Half the 60. Trap 60. Trap 60. Get up.
Purdy to throw it. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Here we go.
Trying an inside give now with McCaffrey. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. From the secondary, Grant Delpit on the tackle. Here's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw. Third and short, here's Purdy.
And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Browns get the football as he makes his third interception of this season.
Hey, listen, when you're throwing down the middle of the field, you have got to be crystal clear in your vision. There are so many defenders that can get into those zones. That might be a case of the QB there trying to do a little bit too much and certainly didn't see the defender who comes up with the big interception.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Brought down by Fred Warner. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
From the 41, that's Gesicki, he's got it! And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. Bernardo Green with that tackle.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And the defense was ready. They got him at the line. No gain on the play. That brings up a tough decision for them on 4th down.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker. So in the end, the armchair quarterbacks, Kate, are going to tell you the more aggressive-minded play caller would have been correct. It would have been a better decision to go for it as they come up with nothing from that field goal try.
The 49ers find themselves in a great spot to start this drive. 1st and 10 coming up.
Go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Dialing up a receiver screen. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And it brings up a San Francisco 1st down.
So critical, Kate, on those receiver screens to get that ball out with great precision. You don't want that receiver thinking about anything but navigating the blocks in front of him. That's well done by everybody.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Play action now with Purdy. Nabs along that sideline, Samuel. They manage 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
Kate, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Now it's Purdy. Complete out to the right. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's a 49er 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. He brings it in. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. The 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
2nd and 3 now. Off the option, here's McCaffrey. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
Might be trying to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's 1st and goal. Purdy setting up that play action. And got his man. That's a San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers tie and can take the lead here in the 2nd. You can't blame him for biting on that play action, Brock. Down at the 1-yard line, you're expecting it to be a run, which made that pass play the perfect call.
Show those defenders what they want to see, what they're expecting to see, so when they give them that good old run fake and pull it back, oh, it is touchdown offense.
That one splits the uprights. And the 49ers take the lead on that successful kick. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Go tonight.
Shotgun snap here to Goff. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. That's Demeco. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. Well, you know this firsthand, partner. You get hit making a throw, you know this is a possibility. And that crowd cheer then confirmed it for him as he got off the ground, picked off, and in this case, taken back for 6 as well.
Yeah, I hated that sound.
I know.
Not only of the pads crunching me, but that crowd telling you it is going the other way. That's what you got to do to these quarterbacks in this league. You got to hit them, you got to harass them, and mistakes will follow.
That one right down the middle. And the 49ers grow their lead to 8. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick-6. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
We go tonight.
Shotgun handoff to Pierce. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. From the gun, Goff. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Picked by their rookie out of Florida State.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
They're out and set, first and 10.
Let's go now.
Man in motion here.
40, 70.
First down throw by Purdy. He'll get this to Samuel. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
To the line we go. They're set, first and 10.
Here we go. Sack.
Now a give. It's McCaffrey headed right. And they're going to bring him down after he drives it down to the 7. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
6 the Eagle. Go.
They stick with McCaffrey. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. It's a 6-yard gain. That sets up 1st and goal.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
McCaffrey gets in. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers will add to their lead at the end of the half. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. Well, we all knew what was coming when they got into that goal line formation, didn't we, Brock? And they just pound the rock in for an old-school touchdown.
I just sometimes love that stuff.
Yep.
Nothing fancy, nothing cute. Here's our formation. You know we're running right at you, and we challenge you to stop us, and you can't.
That one splits the uprights. And the 49ers lead by 15 now. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They've got blackjack on the clock. Not a ton of time to use before halftime. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. He'll take this at the 10. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. They've got first down from the 31.
Here we go.
Man in motion, headed right. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Hey, look, in the right situation, you catch a team off guard, and this could be a tremendous play for some big yards. But in the wrong situation, you get hit in the mouth right behind the line of scrimmage.
Offense to the line for second down.
19 tight, 19 tight.
They kick the running back in motion. Here's 2nd and 11. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along your route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Here's Purdy to throw. Rolling left, buying some time. Oh, he loses the football. And they scoop it up. They can still run with it. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it brings up a San Francisco 1st down. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock, but now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do, got to bring a little bit of juice, but kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. Man, if I get that first cut, I can make them bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. They'll start the second half with McCaffrey. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48.
I got to really rack my brain, Kate, to remember a play, a run in this league that nice that doesn't end up getting an offensive 1st down. He did all he could to will this drive forward.
Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Going with McCaffrey on the ground. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
They had the 1st down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. On the counter, McCaffrey. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
Second down now, 7 to go. Slot man motioned over. On 2nd down, here's McCaffrey. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Hey, range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Now Purdy finds the in route complete. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. They gain 14 on the play. And that's a 49er 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Out of the option, he's going to keep it going right. And he's brought down for a loss.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. shotgun, handoff to McCaffrey. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
Even though that run did not net them a first down, I can promise you this, Kate. I promise you. I know how it works. They're going to circle that one. They're going to remember that one. And when they need some key yards on the ground, they'll come back to that call later.
They're going play action. That's taken in by Samuel. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out. That one ends up a gain of 6. And it brings up a San Francisco first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Purdy. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Trying again, following the sack. Brought in by Ayuk. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down. Matt Gay on to line up this field goal. This a 39-yarder. Up and good from Fairbairn. And it's a 3-score game now, an 18-point lead.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
What's that?
Out of the shotgun, Goff. Gets this to Bateman. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. They send him left out of the slot.
What's that?
It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
Well, I know this. This staff loves the athleticism and versatility he brings to the offense. That's not only as a receiver, but as someone who can take occasional carries and turn them into good yards.
Go.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Hey, Shell. Duck.
From the 37. Completed to his running back. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Brought down by Fred Warner. We'll see what they come up with for 3rd down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2.
Tiger, Tiger. Value 3, value 3. Turbo set.
Pierce up the middle. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
Most of the people watching will forget about that play in a couple minutes, but the coaches won't forget. He has that filed away the next time he really needs to pick up a few yards.
What?
They'll come up 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. Escapes the pocket. He takes it himself. They get to him, and he loses the football. It's out! And this is picked up by the 49ers!
I'll tell you what, Kate, that was one wild ride. QB does a terrific job. Gets out in the open field, has a big play, and then he's got to watch the other quarterback run on the field as he gives the ball away.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Set. Roll, roll, roll. Go.
They'll start this one on the ground with McCaffrey. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Purdy gets this from the pistol. Taken in by Harris. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
You know, Kate, that really is one of the benefits that comes with experience. You'll feel it. All right, look at the quarterback, never seeing the rush, never looking at the rush. Instead, eyes are downfield, and the big play follows.
So now here's 3rd and 5. They'll motion him out of the backfield. And he reaches the 35 before going out. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
They're set up at the 35 now. Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's able to drive up past the 40. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15+ at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
The give here on 2nd. And he gets them the first. Not the biggest gain on the reverse, but it got what they needed.
May not be the way he typically gets the ball, Kate, but once he had it in his hands like a reception, he knew what to do with it. He smelled that 1st down, and he went and got it.
Ready up.
New set of downs for him from the 46. On 1st and 10, it's McCaffrey. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
On the ground, this is Isaac Arindo. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. It's a gain of 4 there. And that's a 49er first down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
First down, and they go right back to him. Into the second level, past the 30. And he has this all the way down to the 23. They'll get 18 yards there. And it brings up a San Francisco first down.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
They'll go right back to Garindo. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. 12 yards on that play, and a good call, and that's him the first.
Hey, look, any run of this size is going to wound the defense. But you get this game going right at the heart of their defense, you start to break their will and break their pride.
Up to the line, and they're set. First and 10. Short side option here. He's running left. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
That is teaching tape for a linebacker. Read, react, and finish.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. From the gun, Garindo. And he'll take this only to about the 11 before going down. It's only a gain of 1. Back-to-back misfires on the ground, and they're facing third and long. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Cleveland. 49ers on their way to their 3rd win of the year. 5 men in the secondary for the Browns. Third down coming. From the gun, McCaffrey. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him only 3, and that brings up 4th down and 8. Matt Gay on to line up this field goal. He's hit once already. This is a short one, inside of 30 yards. Up and good from Fairbairn. And that stretches the lead to 21.
Yet another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. From the gun, here's Pierce. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 + 4 + 4 equals a first down.
They'll go right back to Pierce. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that gives the Browns a first. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's able to get it past midfield and down onto the 49ers side. So it's a win for the visiting 49ers. And even fighting that